Salidad.
Salidad. Oh my God.
Salutations.
Greetings.
Greetings. See? My guy. Insane. Hi, everyone. Kevlar Kess, Dr. Love. Just cruising. Next episode.
I like that.
That's what I did.
It's the next episode.
It's the next episode. That's what you get. That's what you get. All right, sir. I call you sir. Today's episode
is well, let me just explain this real quick. I had the idea.
Let me explain this real quick.
Let me explain this
It's
real quick.
hear me out first.
Hear me out.
So you sound like Zeus trying to explain to the gods the small G.
Hear me.
It's like wait. He was like, wait. You slept with a cow.
Hear me.
Well, hear me out.
I don't know how you got from there to there. At all.
That's just like
What an incredible. It's not like that
it's
at
like,
all.
Hera, hear me out
it's
first.
Nothing like that.
I was thinking about you the whole time.
Except in your mind.
You know.
We went from here to bestiality. Like, I don't know
Minotaurs.
how you made that
Minotaur.
leap. Minotaur? Okay.
Zeus and animal.
I mean,
Like,
I know that.
exactly.
I'm not in it.
It's like, and I mean, you know, Zeus was the guy that if he could walk, he was on it.
Small segue, yeah, just a small one.
Small.
Zeus, yeah, Zeus. I heard that Zeus was kind of insatiable like that.
He was on it.
He was on it.
Carb on it.
On it.
Proper.
Bare offspring.
If he could walk, yo, my G. Like,
Zeus was
was
active.
on it. Monday Night Raw.
Zeus-
Family. This guy.
Zeus was active. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so hilariously interrupted. I had the idea today to ask people who are actually watching the show if there are any topics they wanted us to cover. So I've got a few topics, and I would like to start with a question from Alvin, who was asking our thoughts on failing forward. Failing forward.
What does that mean? Failing forward.
What do you mean? Stop playing dumb. You know what failing forward means.
I don't want to be that guy. You know that guy. It's like, dude, you know what I'm talking about.
You know exactly what that means. Come on.
Absolutely. Okay, my concept or my idea of failing forward or your idea of failing forward.
Yours. Well, you can share your thoughts. I'll share mine after.
Scary.
What's scary?
Failing forward.
Ah.
Yeah? It's easier said than done.
That's honest.
It's easier said than done. Oh, just fail forward. You know, if things go wrong, look on the bright side of things. And if things are not going right, it's basically because God is giving you the next level. A setback is not a setback. It's just you
set up for a comeback.
set up for a comeback.
I
And
hate
shut
that
up,
line.
bruv. Get out my face.
I hate that line.
I'm going through a lot. You talking about? A setup is a setback for a set.
How is that helping me right now?
It's not easy. It's, frankly speaking, it's not easy at all. But to fail forward is more of a when things are going wrong or things are not going the way you expected them to go. There is a what's the one we use? There is a positive line about that. There is an opportunity to be seen in that moment. So when something is going wrong, you can learn from that situation, which is not a lie. Because many times that we've actually failed and not quit, bear in mind, that's what is failing forward. Many times that we've actually failed and not quit, we've learned something important. So we failed and kept pushing forward and going forward. We've learned, okay, if I did it this way, it doesn't work. I'll try again another way.
You've learned how to not do it.
I've learned how to not do it this way. So I've now failed forward. I've not gone, okay, cool. Doesn't work this way, no problem. Let's try another way. Second way you try, boom, doesn't work as well. You go, man. So I tried the first way, tried the second way, and it's not working. Okay, no problem. Let's try again. So you're failing and it doesn't feel good. It's a horrible feeling. But you are still trying other ways to make it work. That's failing forward. Failing forward is you're still doing, you're still trying, but you are open to trying new ways to find solutions to that problem. Because some people just fail and keep failing and keep trying for the sake of trying, but they don't find new solutions.
They don't learn from the
They
failures.
don't learn from the failures. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and not actually learning to go, hold up, if you do it this way,
Yeah.
you know,
That's a really good point, actually.
it is.
It's a really good point, because it's not just about persistence, because if you're persistent doing the wrong shit, you can still keep failing, right?
You do know that's actually, sorry, saying
Good
that
point.
that's actually quite generational.
Go on.
So you've seen people like that have raised you, you've grown up with, fail over and over again. Keep doing the same thing, keep failing, but don't approach a new way.
Yeah.
And then, because you've been doing this bad habit, failing for a long time, you now put into the world of, oh, it's our culture. Oh, culturally we do this. Culturally we do that. We've been doing it for 50 years, therefore it's part of our family. Example, eating the wrong foods and automatically expecting to be healthier because of wishful thinking. And then you go, oh no, I'm not unhealthy, it's genetic. But then the genetics is not that. It's just, okay, genetically your bloodline has been eating this food for so long that they are now susceptible to that exact food. That's genetics. So you've been having this meal for so long, you have an unexplainable addiction to that food because genetically you've been having that for so long. Cigarettes, alcohol, smoking and drinking. Some people will smoke once and never quit. They'll smoke once and they would automatically never be able to quit, no matter how hard they try. Some people will have alcohol once and they can never quit again. They will go for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, but they always go back to it, and there's an affinity to it. No matter what they do, they're always going to be drinking. And now, other people, someone will have a cigarette, smoke it, and go, nah, it's not for me. I'm good. And they will never smoke again. Other people will drink alcohol, and they go, nah, it's all nice, but it's sweet, but it's not for me, I don't like it. Now you dig into the genetics, and you find out, oh, the mother used to smoke, the father used to smoke, not even during pregnancy, the mother used to smoke before she got pregnant. She got pregnant, stopped smoking. Regardless, that memory is been etched into the DNA, so it pours down. So that person smokes, and because it's in the memory banks of DNA, mRNA, right?
It feels very natural.
It feels very natural, even though it should not be. Drinking as well, same thing with alcohol. That person's father and or mother drank, and then they say, you know what, we're gonna go clean, we're gonna have kids now. They now have children, and the whole time they had kids, they were clean. But whatever you do in life, your DNA keeps that memory and passes that memory down to the children, whether you like it or not, whether you feel, I don't care how you feel, facts are facts. No matter what you do, you can't escape that.
At the same time,
Yes, sir.
even though it's there, it means you're much more susceptible, you're much more likely to become addicted to that thing. But it doesn't mean that you don't have any choice
Exactly. So your level of addiction is a lot higher than someone who doesn't have that in their bloodline. So you can quit, but it's gonna be harder. The fact that there's a term quit means you are already addicted to something. And addicts don't know they're addicted. You see my point? Addicts are like, no, I'm not addicted. I just drink like 4 days a week. I'm not addicted. I just have like 10 cigs a day, every day. I'm not addicted. You see how it goes? Denial. But again, because we've done it for so many years, it's now the family tradition. Because of bad things happen for a long time, does not make it a good thing. No matter how they want to play it. So when you fail, and you fail, and you fail, and you fail, but you don't take the steps to learn from your failures and be better, you're not failing forward. When you are learning by going, okay, I did it this way and it went wrong. Let's try it this other way for the same situation. You've not quit. You're looking for all other options, other ways to beat that.
Yeah.
So even in the genetics itself, to fight that addiction, you now have to fight that vampire, you have your blade. To fight that addiction, you now have your vice that helps you fight that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Quality.
It's like there are some meals you're gonna eat and you can't say no to them. And then you find out, oh, when mom was pregnant with you, she liked that.
I like the way you connected it to the nutrition side of things.
Absolutely.
Because we were talking about mental diet last week.
Absolutely.
You kind of connected it to the nutrition side this week.
It's everything. It's everything. Let me talk about this a little bit. So I used to do a lot of weight loss PT, which is personal training, weight loss, and it was basically we would schedule your whole workout program, your meals. I check your meals, see what you're eating, see what times you're eating, see your portion sizes, everything for like a week. I'll be like, whatever time you're gonna have anything you eat, take a photo, send to me. It's fine. I don't know about that because I tabulate everything, and I go, okay, your plate is this. Because people eat a lot because of their plates.
You're not conscious of all the stuff you're eating.
No, we're not.
To keep a record.
We're not. So, and I go, so that's how I get my clients. I say, before I make you my client, you have to do one thing for me. You have to work with me for 7 days. Everything you eat, take a picture of it, send to me. Eat and drink, no problem. Just send anytime you send to me. I want to know what you eat, the size you ate, what time you ate, what you drank, the size you drank. Yes, sir.
Good question. What percentage of people accept that challenge and follow through and actually do it? Like, what percentage of people do you give that, present that to, and actually do it?
70.
70.
Yeah.
Okay, it's more than I expected.
Because you came to me in the first place. So
Yeah.
You want. There's something you want.
It's just making that unconscious conscious. I can see how uncomfortable that could be for people.
It's revealing. It's very revealing because you don't know.
Snacks.
You don't know what you're doing until all eyes are on you. And then you go, oh snap! I never knew I used to eat so much biscuits, so much this. It's fine, no problem. And now I go, okay. So once I did that, the next thing was changing the times you eat that thing. So first off, change the plates. Smaller plates, eat the same thing, and then you realize, oh, and then the next thing was, oh, but if I eat in a smaller plate, the plate gets full quick, and I'm eating half the food. I say yes, because the big plate is a deception. It makes you think you're not eating enough. The small plate makes you feel full, and the small plate masticate more, which is what, chew your food more. Chew for longer. When you chew for longer.
Why do you chew for longer with a small plate?
No, I say you should chew for longer.
Oh, okay.
Because people just they rush eat. When you chew for longer, it takes time to go down the stomach. It takes 20 minutes for your stomach to tell the brain that it's full.
Yes, that's why you should stop eating at about 80% full.
So that happens a lot. And then when that starts happening, they realize, oh, I didn't need to eat that much. Even the small bowl was too much. They eat that much, so their diet changed. And I go, okay, if you drink 4 pints a week, drink 3. Simple. First week, if you like that, if you smoke 10 cigs a day, smoke 9.
Cousin.
There you go. Bit by bit by bit by bit. And if you eat at 10 p.m., make your last meal 9 p.m. Simple. Not doing much. And then 9 becomes 8 p.m. And whatever you're eating, no problem. Just eat less sugar. That thing you think, eat less sugar. If you're having four biscuits, make it 3. But replace that with more protein. So there's now going to be protein in every meal. So we're slowly taking this away, and that's going on. So in 8 weeks, there are physical, visible changes. So there's a lot of change in just 8 weeks, right? But here's what's interesting. That's when self-sabotage kicks in.
Talk to me.
So they've lost the weight. They're getting the body parts. Everything's all cutting and thinning and slimming, and it's working because they've been consistent.
Yes.
Which is what consistency beats intensity. Awesome. But now that you are physically getting there, you can see on the scales happening. That dress fits you in just 8 weeks, by the way. That dress fits you. You look good. Your skin
More
is
energy.
good. You've got more energy. Everything. But here's the problem.
Go on.
The person you look in the mirror, you have no idea who that person is. Because for a very long time, you've identified as this person.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're now this person. You've got what you wished for, but you've been this person for so long, you don't know how to deal with this person. And by the way, to become this person, you had to sacrifice going out late at night, hanging out with the friends you binge eat with, doing the things that you do that make you put on weight. You have to stop doing those things. So which means what? Your lifestyle changed. And that's what they were not expecting. All they thought was, okay, I'm going to eat less and train more. No. Your lifestyle changes everything, because you can't go out at 2 o'clock in the morning anymore. Because why? You have to sleep. You've got to sleep, you've got to do this. And you go, you know what? I can't lose my friends. I can't do this, I can't do that. But in actual fact, your friends should have been the ones helping you in the first place. You see how it goes full circle. So what happens now? They now self-sabotage, and then they go back to pig eating, and then binging, and then going back to where they were. But even worse now, because they've put their body into stress of, okay, we've lost weight now, we've cut weight now we look this way. But the body has now realized, hold on, I've been this big for a decade. All of a sudden, I'm now this big. I can't deal with it. So the next time food comes in, the body goes, give me all of it. I'm gonna get heavier, bigger now, fatter. Problem. So life gets in the way. So what if you were the coach in that situation, what would you do?
What would I do as the coach?
Yes. And it becomes a repeat process, which is what? 3 weeks, 3 months hardcore training, 1 month crash, come back.
I see this with people often. They'll have these cycles where they're really on it, and then they kind of fall off. And to a degree, I've experienced this myself with certain training. Like I would train, and then I get to a point where I'd either get injured or I'd need to deload because I would just be doing so much. And then during the deload, I might get a little bit slack. It kind of connects to the other thing someone wanted to speak about, complacency. Friend Jay raised. I would say the why has to be really clear. Oftentimes people just have a vague sense of, I want to get fit, when in reality, if the internal doesn't change, then the external changes are just going to be temporary. Like you said, you might change your physical, but if your internal hasn't changed, then the external changes aren't going to be enough to sustain themselves. So I would say it needs to be really important to be clear on who it is you're becoming, who you're intending to become. It has to become an identity, not just something you're doing for this summer. Like, oh, I'm getting shape for my wedding and all this kind of nonsense. It doesn't work like that. What works, in my opinion, is having a clear sense of the person who you're becoming and building that. And maybe part of that is changing your circle and who you're around. So there has to be a clarity around what it is you're creating and a willingness to sacrifice, because you don't get something without losing something. It's just how things work. Every time one thing starts, another thing ends. When something ends, another thing starts. It's just that dichotomy always existing. So, like you said, if you're gonna get in shape, like recently, I've really changed my diet a lot. I'm eating a lot more fruit, a lot more veg. I've cut out the junk food I was eating. I'm eating earlier. But that means a certain amount of sacrifice. It means sometimes I want to eat something and I say to myself, no, I'm not going to do that. Whereas before I would just snack at any time because I've got pretty high metabolism and I could get away with it. But there is a certain amount of discipline that's had to be introduced, and it's partly because I've just changed my sort of philosophy around food now. I look at food as medicine rather than just entertainment or pleasure or social activity. I think of food as medicine now. Because, in my opinion, food's going to be either medicine or poison in the long run when you consume it. So, which, do you know what I mean? It's either medicine or the slowest acting poison. So, which is it going to be? So, I think there has to be a real clarity around who you are, who you're becoming, and that has to be something you live day in, day out. It's not like, oh, on Wednesdays I'm going to train for 30 minutes and Fridays I'm going to do 20 minutes of this. Like, it needs to be part of who you are.
Sorry, I'm driving and then there's someone who's on a scooter in front of me
Playing games of their life.
giving me the evil eye. I had to threaten him with my eyes.
Oh, was he giving you the evil eye?
It was like, how dare you drive on the main road? Like, dude. So I just, when you're talking, just like give him I'll pull over and kick your ass right now. Look. And there's okay, sorry, buddy. There's a lot of language is non-verbal. A lot of language is non-verbal.
We might have to get into the non-verbals today, to be honest. But just to quickly go.
Let's go a list. I like this.
Just to.
I'm ready. You know me now. I'm ready.
I was making some notes while you were talking. So, just getting back to the fail forward thing. A few things that came to mind I want to share.
Yes, sir.
Roger Federer did a video recently where he was talking the commencement speech at a university in the States, and he was talking about the importance of failing in that speech.
That's the Michael Jordan speech.
Michael Jordan's spoken about this too, and that's funny because
that's the Michael Jordan speech he did.
It's basically a remix of the Michael Jordan speech.
I was like, bruv, my man just plagiarized Michael Jordan. It was like all the shots I took. So okay, numbers. So basically, amount of shots, percentage. That
it's the same speech essentially, and it's funny because I was actually going to mention both Roger Federer and Michael Jordan because, yeah, these are two of the greatest of all time, arguably both the greatest of all time, and both of them missed a lot, and it was because they had a healthy relationship with failure. They didn't like failing, they didn't enjoy it, obviously not, but they understood that it was an inevitable part of the process because that's the way you move forward. And what was interesting to me was the margins. Like when he spoke about the games that he actually won, he only won 54%, I think, of the points or something in those games. It was slightly above half the points he was winning, and he was still that good. I like the fact you brought up Michael Jordan though.
I can't help it. It's like, no. Bring it back home. I'm not gonna white boy my stuff. Bring it back home. Talking about no.
I like credit being due where it's supposed to be given.
Yeah. Like plagiarism. Sorry.
Another example. This book called Go for No, which has this fictional story about a salesman and how he hits a certain level of success. It's kind of like mediocre, but then through a strange twist of events, he meets his future self, like his future successful self, who he could be if he pushed until failure. And so he started to, instead of going out, let's say he's got a sales quota of 4 sales in a day, he started going out focusing on the failures instead of the successes. So let's say for him to get 4 sales, he on average has to make 20 calls. A lot of times if he makes those 4 sales quick, he won't make 20 calls. He might make 8 and then leave the rest of the day. He started focusing on, okay, I've got to make 20 calls, which would be, let's say, 16 no's or whatever. These are just some numbers I'm giving. He would go for the 16 no's instead. And because he's going for no, now he has a positive association to no. So if he gets the no, it's like, yes, I've achieved that. If he gets the yes, it's, oh, I got a yes. And so it's a completely different way of viewing failure, which can be a really useful tool. I've experimented with this a little bit, and it actually does work. Albert Ellis actually did this as well. He was really scared of talking to women, so he had this thing where he went to a shopping centre, spoke to about 100 women in the day, and by the end of the day, that fear of failure is gone, because he's going for 100 no's. So going for no is another way you can change failure. But I think the relationship to it has to be a positive one. I used to get really frustrated when I failed when I was young. I used to get really angry if I failed at anything, but that just slows you down, because then you get emotional about it. You stop being able to be clear enough to learn from it because you're emotional. You're judging yourself, so then you feel bad, and then you want to try less and less and less with each failure. Whereas if you just accept that, okay, this is just part of it. It's just like course correction. It's like if you're flying somewhere, an airplane isn't going like that. It's making little course corrections, and those failures are really valuable, because generally speaking, you don't learn too much from the wins. So I think fundamentally the relationship to failure is the key.
There are a few factors that are missing there that you didn't say. Here's what it is. One is when you were younger and you were failing, who were your teachers? That's important. I say this because I teach all walks of life. Now, as adults, you are still 7 years old. If you want to know, you're still a child on the inside.
Big facts.
You revert back to your childhood 7-year-old person when things don't go your way. But wait, there's more. When things don't go your way, you spank yourself the way your teacher spanked you when you did something wrong when you were 7. So if I did something wrong, I'm like, damn, I get mad at myself. It's because when I was 7, that teacher who I looked up to had that outburst whenever I made a mistake. I now took it and inherited it. Here's why. All of my French students, past decade, 10 years, different walks of life, different levels, they all went to school in France. Every time they do something wrong, they scold themselves the exact same way. The French school system way. Every German person that I've taught the past 15 years, every time they do something wrong, they scold themselves the same way. And these are people that went to school there. The ones who went to school in the UK, they scold themselves differently. It's very important. The 7-year-old you is the you have to look at, which is who were your mentors, who were your guardians, who were your teachers, who were the ones that were teaching you when you were that old. When you were a child, when you did things wrong, what happened? 1. 2, the first time you learned how to walk, it took you a long time to learn how to walk. which is what? You failed a lot and you failed forward. Children are great at failing forward. You do something wrong, you do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Failing forward, it should not even be a word. It should be a natural occurrence. It should be like water to fish. It's just like, it's there.
I agree.
But the reason why it's a topic is because our adult brain has been programmed to perfection. Do you blame us? No. Everything you watch and see and or do, your movie characters, your heroes, they get it right the first time in the movies. They jump and do that flip in the first time in the movies. In the series, same thing. Oh, even in the montage, right? In the montage, it's a 3-minute song. Do 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 do. Even in a montage, and then the song is done in 3 minutes. You've learned a 6-month skill in 3 minutes. Oh, master! I know kung fu.
10-year skill.
Show me. You understand? So everything is telling us it's not good to fail. Be perfect. Our child mind goes, no, I fell down, I will get up and do it again. So it's what we do as children. It's normal. It took you a long time to learn how to brush your teeth. What does that mean? We kept failing all the time. We weren't keeping counts. We weren't keeping scores. You see my point? It took us a long time to learn how to write our name properly. Which means what? We failed a lot of times. But when it comes to adulthood, we are so eager to try to look perfect all the time that when we fail, we go, oh no, failure. Why? Because from 0 to 7, learning how to do everything, it was okay because you were a child. From 7, 8, 9, when you couldn't do it, your guardians, mentors, teachers, parents started going, no, spank. No, That's when we started learning what failure was.
I think you're making an excellent point. What I would say is, even if it wasn't as overt as actually scolding,
It's covert.
it was communicated in a way where you knew it was not a good thing to fail.
Right.
So, for example, you would get a certain level of approval and love if you got high grades or if you did well in something. And even the way we're graded is interesting because they'll take your paper and they'll just highlight everything you did wrong. So they'll go, oh no, grammatical error here, spelling mistake here, no, this is wrong, this is inaccurate here, and then and then they take away from what you've created, as if to say, this is not perfect, and you should be striving to make it perfect. So it's communicated, it's sub-communicated, I think, a lot of the time, that you should be perfect and that you shouldn't make mistakes. And so it's ingrained in the mind that, okay, this should be perfect. For example, I was saying to Kez, I went to a gymnastics class yesterday, which was really funny because I've never done that before. And so I was making a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors. Some of it was painful too, physically painful. And I could feel that I was failing constantly, but at the same time, it was an amazing experience because I was learning so much. And I wouldn't have enjoyed that once upon a time because I would have been like, oh, I can't get this right. I can't get that right. I can't get this right. And I agree that because of the way we're programmed, our self-image, our self-esteem, all this kind of stuff is a lot of times wrapped up in how well we perform certain things. And there has to be a separation between that skill or whatever it is you're doing and you. Otherwise, your whole, do you know what I mean? Your whole self-worth is going to be so fragile. Every little thing is going to be like, oh. Do you know what I mean? I think.
You see how we've come full circle?
Go ahead.
With again, how you're taught, how the marking system is because those teachers learn from those teachers who learn from those teachers. So it's been pouring down for generations.
Yeah.
And because of that, they go, this is the way. Everyone goes, this is the way.
Because we've been doing it this way.
That's my point. So just because this is the way does not mean this is the right way.
Yes.
This is the whole point of it.
It's based on mad assumptions.
And it pours down and down and down. Everyone goes, no.
No one stops to look.
We've always done it this way.
Does it work?
That's it. Let it keep working that way. Our parents, the same thing. The same way our parents were not exactly great at child psychology. You see my point? So, they taught
It's
you.
an understatement.
There you go. They taught you the way they were taught.
Yeah.
Why? This is the way. May not be the right way,
Yeah.
but this is the way.
If you get it right, you're good. If you don't get it right, you're bad. Yeah.
This is why it's very good. Introspective.
So sorry, I was just gonna say it's so deep how this childhood stuff affects
Your adulthood.
your adulthood, because and I see this all the time, right? You'll see the parent who will say, "Oh, well done," when the child behaves in a way that they want them to. They'll say, "Oh, good, well done," and then if they don't, they'll be like, "Oh, bad." And so what's being subcommunicated is, if you behave in a way I approve of, you're worthy of love. If you don't behave in a way that I approve of, you're not worthy of love. And that's the same thing you're saying to yourself if you fail and you judge yourself.
How would you fix that?
Jeez. The love has to be unconditional. The self-love has to be unconditional.
No.
You're asking me how I would fix that.
Mm.
That is how I'd fix that.
Okay, here's how I fix it. That was good, but this is better. That was good, yes. Now let's make it better. That's how you fix it.
I like that.
Because remember, the Kaizen, the whole thing is
I like that.
we need to be better. We are doing everything to be better.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Sure.
How do you prevent getting into a space where then you feel like nothing's ever good enough because you're always trying to get better? I'm playing devil's advocate because I'm all over that Kaizen stuff.
That's the same thing we're talking about.
Go on.
Do better, please, because that's not your devil advocate is not advocating enough.
What do you mean?
It's not.
You're not feeling the advocacy.
It's not. It's white belt shit. So here's why.
You know what I mean? I'm just throwing a
No, I
different
know what you
perspective
mean.
in there.
'Cause
Critical thinking too.
there's gonna be a point where person goes, I'm always doing. Yeah. But you have to go, nah, that's awesome. You walk away.
The reason
So
I asked that.
if sorry, 1 second.
Go on.
If I'm saying better, once they do it right, I'm like, yep, that's awesome. High five, knuckle up, go your way.
Let's go.
That's it.
The reason I raise that is some people get caught in this cycle of, for example, personal development, right? It's like, oh, I have to get better, But what's underlying it is I'm not good enough. And so because that's what's underlying it, they never actually get to that point you're talking about. Do you see what I mean? Because there's a healthy approach to that where you're like, okay, I appreciate how I am, but I want more. Or this is good, but I can make it better. That's healthy. Whereas if it's coming from a place of, oh, I'm not good enough, so I need to achieve this, I need to have that, I need to buy that, I need this qualification, I need this car, and if it's all coming from that insecurity, then it's never going to be good enough.
Yes. And I explain to them, it will never be good enough. Why? Because it's human nature. Because their mindset is very me mindset. Show the we mindset, show the community, which is what? Example. The car I'm driving, the wheels that's around us, everything around you is the positive mindset of it's not enough. Someone made a car and said, you know what? I can do better. Made a better car. Someone said, well, that guy made a car. I can do better. Because the mindset of it's not enough is always going to be there. It's human nature. It's where you direct it to that counts.
So
That's what
you're
it's
saying the mindset in itself is not a negative.
You need to have the mindset of it's not enough. You need that, otherwise you're going to be complacent. Sit in one place and never getting better. You need the I need to do better mindset. That's necessary. What's optional now is where you point it to. That's where you decide, okay, no, I want to point in this direction to make this grow. If human beings did not have the drive to do better, we would not be living in houses like this. We wouldn't have phones, we wouldn't have all these things. It's the drive, sorry.
Yeah, go on. No, I was just going to say, I hear what you're saying. My query, I guess, is, do you separate? Because for me, there's almost a separation between the individual's identity and that thing they want to do better at. So, for example, let's say the gymnastics thing, right? I want to get better at that. I want to get better. So there's that, and then there's me. Do you see a separation between those things where it's like, okay, let's get better in this way, or this ability, or this behavior,
I'll give you
or
an example.
whatever?
Example. A porn star. She's had 300 partners in the movies. Wait, there's more. But then she's had 2 boyfriends. So in her head, her body count is 2. Why? Because it's separate. It's still you. You see my point? It's still you.
You're right. You kind of don't. Yeah.
It's-
Because you get better at that.
no.
You get better at the same
It
time.
was just work. It's not me.
That example's horrific, by the way.
But I have to go extremes, so that you can't ask any other question. Because it's true. Here's what it is. Right.
Oh, I love
See
it.
my point. Right now.
I love it.
Yeah, constant. Yo, Charlie. How did we get here? Okay.
Charlie. What kind of nonsense is
You know,
this?
Wakanda forever. You understand? So now it's still you.
Oh.
Because if you want to get better at gymnastics, why?
No, you're right. It does come back to you.
Why? Why gymnastics?
You're right. It comes back to you.
Why not ballet?
No, you're right. 100%.
It's you.
Because it's the challenge of it, and it's who you
It's
become in
always
the
has
process.
been you.
It comes back to you because in the process of that, you're getting better at that thing. You as an individual are going to grow as well.
Yes. That's it. There's no separate Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. No, it's all you. Always has been, always will be.
What am I trying to get? I feel like I'm explaining this badly.
You're
I
not.
think what I'm trying to get at is the difference between let's say you're performing at a thing,
Yes.
right? A task or skill.
Mm.
There's a difference between evaluating that performance objectively and seeing, okay, yeah, this is wrong, technique could improve here, blah blah blah, which is just analysis, and actually judging yourself negatively with like an emotional judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I'll play someone. Let's say I'm playing someone at tennis or something, right? There's one person who will be like, okay, yeah, what I needed to do. They can evaluate what they're doing, and then there's another that'll be like, oh, you idiot, and you hear people say these things like, oh, you're so stupid.
7-year-old.
7-year-old, right? But like, there's 2 different things going on there,
Yes.
and there's a big difference between those 2 kinds of evaluation.
There's, again, full circle. It goes back to that individual 7-year-old. That person, how they were raised. Because I see it with the adults and the children. There are some parents that I have to intervene and go, I don't say stop doing that. I say, here's how you do it better. So I'm teaching the parents as well. Because I've seen French parents scold their kids in class.
Oh man,
I've seen it. I've been the teacher.
it's gotta be painful to watch.
And I'm like, okay, here's what it, mom, right? Let's not do that. When it gets too far, don't do that. And then I go, okay, so we're doing this like this. It's okay. And then I see it pouring down to the child. 2 months later,
that's delicate.
he starts.
bro.
I'm saying these things because not because I read in the book.
Yeah, you've seen it.
I do it. Case study after case study after case study. I have the respect to not give names, but I do this on a daily basis. Case study after case study after case study. So I can see from the I teach 5-year-olds to 50-year-olds. I see the progress
Reading the patterns.
more than most, and I'm in the trenches with most. You understand? I see their lifestyle
And the effects of.
and the effects of this, and I know when I put this drop in here, it makes the life better in 6 months' time.
Mhm.
I am young enough and old enough to be that patient to see the progress. We're good. I see it. So, two guys playing tennis. One's like, cool, made a mistake, better next time, awesome. That's because when they were taught, growing up, their coaches were like, oh, cool, it's fine, no worries, we'll do it again next time. Or, repetition is the key to mastery. Awesome, go. That's it. When I teach children, I say, here's why you're not good at this. The only reason you aren't good at this is because you haven't done it enough times. That's it. There's no essay. There's no. 5 seconds, that's all they want to hear.
But the thing is, there's something very profound in that, even though it's very, very short, because you're talking about a difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset.
Yeah.
Because if you just judge yourself off of that one point, it's more of a fixed mindset, like, oh, I did this wrong, therefore I am an idiot, or whatever. Whereas the growth mindset is the idea that you can improve.
Yes.
And that was just one incident. So those are two very different perspectives. Even
get it.
though you don't have to get into a long discussion about it necessarily.
I get it. When I teach,
Two very different philosophies.
when I teach, I give you an answer right then that you can apply into every facet of your life.
Principles.
That's what I do. So I will say to a child, the reason you're not good at this is because you have not done it enough times. Repetition is key to mastery.
Repetition is another skill.
So now when I leave that and they can't do maths properly,
They remember.
they hear my voice.
The reason you're not good is you haven't done it enough times.
Because remember, I didn't say the reason you can't punch. I didn't specify one thing. I gave everything. I just said the reason why you can't kick. No. The reason you're not good at any skill is just because you've not done it enough. It's very important
Pause.
when you are teaching. You got to teach. You know, I say this and I go, that's it. That's it. Because now I'm not going to give kids sentences. Why? A lot of today's children have a 6-second attention span. They're used to TikTok, YouTube, all these videos. Quick. So you can't waste your time giving them, say,
Soliloquy.
back in my day. They're not, dude.
Once upon a time.
You know,
Yeah.
they're not here for that. They don't hear that. Just like, yeah, boom, 6 seconds and they're gone. But you put that for them and then they remember it. And you will watch how they get better in every aspect of their life.
That's beautiful, man. You're teaching them how to learn.
How to live. How to actually enjoy life and go, you know what, cool, awesome, I'll do it again. You see my point?
That's what I was on yesterday. Like I'd run to thing, spring off the thing, go up in the air, like almost fall over. Okay, let's go again. Okay, let's go again. And I just kept on going, and I was getting so much joy from it. And I was seeing these little incremental improvements, you know, like landing a little bit more clean. Do you know what I mean? A bit more coordination, a bit more control.
It's sad because I get more of this now from the 18, 24-year-olds. Today. I get more of this from the 18, 24-year-olds, which is, if I do it once, I don't get it right.
I'm done.
Woe unto me. And now look back into the teachings. This is when we were kids, like 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago. The mindset there for teachers was, okay, if they don't know maths,
They're not good at maths.
they're not good at maths. No maths for them.
It's that fixed mindset.
You see my point?
Man.
So, in the moment, you who are not as skilled as you should be have no idea how much damage you are doing to the future. So I'm telling the young adults now, it's like, it's fine. And I go, okay, the first 6 months of you being here, you're going to lose a lot. Why? Here's why. These people have spent more hours doing this than you. And I go, it's like, what's your favorite game? Oh, whatever that thing called. Fortnite. And I go, how many hours a day do you play that? Oh, 4 hours a day. Okay, that's when you're good at it. If you did this 4 hours a day every day, you get good at this. And now, think about it. If I came on Fortnite today and I played you, you kick my ass. Easily. I'm a noob at that. Same thing here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and once you've clocked, I don't know, 1,000 hours on this game, you're gonna get your achievement unlocked, which is what it is. Once you spend 6 months getting your ass kicked, month 7 you just block the kick. Like, oh wow, I blocked the kick once. Yeah, achievement unlocked. And then you get caught. That's what it is. But that's it. That's mad. It's just that.
This is one of the things I was outside of this even conversation. I wanted to ask you though was, how do you hold on to students? Because when I think of, for example, the boxing gym, these people that come up, why is this man walking on the road? Okay, no, he's in another level.
They can't see you, so they don't know what it's about. A man's walking on the road.
Just literally walking down the lane.
The crazy guy. What did you expect?
Yeah, he didn't look too
Go on.
balanced.
You say something.
Yeah, I was wondering, how do you retain students essentially? Because people get bored very easily, and with martial arts, you have plateaus as well. You have periods where you feel like you're not progressing, and you sort of feel like you're there, and you're like, am I getting any better? I don't know. So it takes a lot of discipline to stick at it, especially long term. So I'm curious to know, how do you kind of hold their interest, especially in this generation where things are so disposable and there's so much choice and options?
You just don't. Try as you may, you don't. Everyone has their why. You can't
control that.
You can't control that. You can't force that. You can't dictate their why. Everyone has their why. People have their why I'm here. Some want to come just to hurt people.
Yeah, I met a few of those.
You know, some come because they want to learn how not to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Some come because there's nowhere else to go to that they're accepted. Some come because it feels safe. It's a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone has their why, but you cannot change their why. Everyone has their why. You know, you can give them reasons to be better. You can give them reasons to do everything.
I thought he was gonna run that gentleman over for a moment.
The gentleman just ran past my car like so close.
He was moving too slow as well. Like he had all day.
Yeah, he went 2 minutes.
So from your perspective, you do your thing. Those that come. Those that stay. Those that go.
Yes.
That makes perfect sense. That makes me think about relationships in general, if I'm honest.
You can't force someone into a relationship.
No.
You can't force your partner to change who they are. What you can both do is come to a compromise. You both come to, okay, I like things this way, you like things this way, but I understand that you like this as well, and vice versa. So you come to a middle ground without changing who you are and without her changing who she is. It's just that. People today, a lot of things can't work out today. Can't work out today because men don't understand women don't understand men. Guys don't understand female language. Guys don't get it. They don't know how women talk. They don't know what women mean when they say what they say. Men don't get it at all. They don't understand that sometimes women have that indirect speech, which is I'm saying this, but I don't really mean this.
They subcommunicate.
Subcommunicate. Thank you very much.
Lots.
A lot of men, men themselves, they're just different. A lot of males are very bad at communicating. They too are indirect. A bit around the bush. Men are very straightforward, straight point. Like, no, left is left, right is right. But most especially, men are not stupid. Men are simple. It's different. Men are not stupid. Men are simple. Because in female circles, men are dumb. No. Men are not stupid. Men just don't like to complicate things. Why? Because they're simple creatures.
Simple doesn't equal stupid, just like complex doesn't equal
Smart.
intelligent, sophisticated.
Yeah, men are. Black is black, blue is blue. The end. The end. That's it. That's it. Men are simple creatures. Like, it's so simple. It's just like, what? Really? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I've literally heard women say that, but
yeah.
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 You just meant what
Yeah.
you said. Yes, I just
That's
said it,
it.
and I just meant it. I
And that was
wasn't
it.
implying
Was there
that.
any, no.
It wasn't a metaphor.
Nope. It was just that. We didn't mean no.
It does what it says on the tin.
That's why sometimes I just go like. Sometimes some women I don't talk to at all. I don't talk to.
I'm getting more and more like
I
that.
don't say hi just at all. If I don't know you personally, I'll not say hi to you. I'll just look like that's a very nice wall painting. Just walk past. Nothing. Why? Because you say hi to someone, their mindset's like, oh, again, based on their 7-year-old and where they are today and who they are today, they're gonna be like, I can't believe you said hi to me. Why are you looking at me? My eyes are up here.
You want me to have your children, yeah.
He looked at me very, very harshly, and I felt like in his mind he was saying to me this. He wasn't. He just said good morning. That's what he said. Simple creatures. Good morning. Simple. But yeah.
It's the gym one that cracks me up because it's like you wear the outfit for attention and then complain.
No, it's not of attention. It's comfortable, Dr. Love. You don't know what it feels like to have all this tie up her bosom and rank up her crack. You don't know. It's comfortable.
You wear the outfit for attention and then you complain about the attention you think you're getting and then you share your complaint to get attention. It's attention. It's just
Attention multiplier.
it's attention cubed.
Super attention. Yeah.
Attention to the power of attention.
Yeah. Attention intensified.
And then you hear people say, "Oh, we should have women's only gyms." It's like, yeah, they tried
do.
that.
They do.
They didn't work so well.
No, they do. They actually have female.
No, there's some out there, but a lot have just not worked because.
No, they don't. It doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. They don't work.
It doesn't work, and they need to depend on a charity or something of sorts. It doesn't work at all.
Why don't they work, Kez?
How will I know? I own a gym. Oh yeah, I own a gym. Yes, I do. Because when you say women only gym, you're saying we don't need men here. When you say we don't need men here, you only attract a certain kind, which is fine. But that certain kind is not the whole of the nation. Now, bear in mind, most times that we get the women-only gym is because of women needing a quote-unquote safe space or personal space where they don't feel objectified by men. Now, here's what I say: if you are always being objectified by men, A, check where you're going to. B, check yourself. So it could be you could be going to the wrong places at the wrong times, hanging out with the wrong people. That could be a thing. 2, if I dress like Captain Underpants, with just me, my underwear and some Timberland boots on and a cape running around town, and they call me crazy,
Well, they call you Captain Underpants.
you know, I'm like, how dare you call me Captain Underpants? I just wear this because I feel like it. It makes me feel good. Yeah, so I can't argue with that.
Oh man. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. You've landed right square in the middle of
I swear.
a movie parody.
It's mental. Terminator 2 happening. It's all going on.
Yeah, so any questions, sir? Have I helped the situation in any way possible?
Oh, yeah. I'll have to ask my friend after he's watched this.
It's all
What are you saying, Alvin? Failing forward in that?
It's all full circle.
Yeah,
The
it's
fact
all
that
connected.
there's a constant fail forward mindset. It could be that one judges their failure too harshly based on what you've not failed enough.
Fail more. Fail more.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Of course.
Now it's important because if you're not failing, it means you're not trying stuff where you're in a position to fail.
Thank you, sir.
So you're probably playing it very, very safe.
Very, very safe. You've not made yourself
Mm.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're used to being comfortable. That's true. Example. I'm up at God knows the clock every morning.
God knows the clock.
Yeah.
That time.
Yeah, that time. And I don't go, oh, look, on Monday, I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't. I would do that if I did that once in a while. When it's an everyday occurrence, it is what it is. You understand? I don't say, okay, I'm not going to train someone on Tuesday. Why? I do it every day. It's an everyday occurrence. I'm constantly in people's faces every day. If I did that once in a while, then it would be something, but it's not for me because I'm always doing it. So when you, dude, okay, I am frequently failing forward. Yeah. But because it happens to me regularly, I don't even...
It's part of you now.
It's part of me.
Yeah.
I don't even go, oh, I'm
That's
failing forward. No, I'm just saying...
It has to become part of you.
It's like, oh, an entrepreneur's lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is just Tuesday. This is just Wednesday. This is just Thursday because it's a regular occurrence. So it's not like, oh, this happened one day. No, there's a lot happens. Someone said to me this morning, is like, if you could give a series of what your life is like, I was like 24. Without even heartbeat, like.
As in, if you could pick a series which reflects your life.
Your life, 24.
Go
Jack
on.
Bauer.
Go on. Could you elaborate a little?
Every hour, new episode, dude. Every hour. Like if you ever see me in a week.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
If you ever see me in a week and you be like, hey Kes, how's your week been? I'm like, hey,
so funny.
Let me tell you something. Sit down. Hey.
Get comfortable.
Get comfortable. You want tea? You want some peach?
Do you know why I'm laughing? I'm laughing because my life's becoming gradually more like that.
That's a good thing. Because you are out of your comfort zone.
It's like, oh, another problem. Yay!
Yeah. Sarcastic.
Add it
yay.
to the list. Sarcastic.
Yay.
They did like yay with the small font, like really small.
Small yay. Yay.
Yay. It's like, oh, add this to the list. Fit this in the impossible o'clock.
Yes. That's that. It's not new. It's not. It just is what it is.
It is what it is.
We just do what we do, and that's life. Standard. So the issue of failing forward is because you've not failed enough. Quote unquote failed enough, or you're not used to things not going your way. Easy way.
And once you get to a certain point, failing forward will just be part of your operating system.
It's just
You won't even have to think about it.
Because remember, again, back to your childhood.
That's hard.
When things don't go your way, people tend to revert back to who they were. Some of us go in the corner and just sit down and just mope and think about how to fix it. Some of us shout and scream so that we can get all the attention from the world.
Yes.
Some of us like to hit and lash out at someone or something.
Blame others. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
See how it goes. So we have all different mannerisms. But it's always that. It's always that. It's like when things don't go your way, how do you handle it? First off, recognize what it is. Don't deny who you are. Recognize, okay, hold up. This hasn't gone my way so far. No problem. Cool. How do I normally handle this? Okay. Feel the emotion. But then go, is that reaction necessary? If I react that way, does it make the situation better or worse?
Jeez.
If I react that way,
yes,
how does that solve the problem? Okay, now we're thinking through it.
Yeah.
Now that we're thinking through it, there's now logic to it. Like, okay, this is the solution to the problem. But now I'll break it down piece by piece, little by little. That's it.
Yeah, I love that. That's response rather than reaction.
Please. Absolutely. You do that.
It takes a lot of presence of mind in the heat of the moment to do that. I wasn't able to do that once upon a time.
It's daily practice, sir. It's like brushing your teeth.
Yes.
Do it every day.
It's a beautiful thing though when you get to that point where you can feel it come up, and you're like, okay, if I act on that, it's gonna go down this road. Is that the way I want to go? Is that gonna be productive?
Things, some of us call it failing forward. I'll say, me for example, things have not gone my way for me for a very long time. Very long time. I crap you not.
When you say not gone your way, what do you mean when you say that?
Based on my estimation of my calculations, I've gone, okay. I want to do this,
Your time frame you gave, and this.
My time frame, my list of things to be done.
Okay.
You know, my time frame, my list of things to be done, achievements, all these things. You know, and in the past, as the moment things start going that way, oh, spanner in the works. Oh, you know, for a long time. It's not new and it's not news. It just goes on. I go, okay, awesome. Again, I evaluate the situation. I go, how am I feeling? Does that feeling make it better or worse? Does that feeling help the situation? If I have an outburst now, is that outburst going to solve that problem?
Yeah, is that going to move you forward?
No. Okay. Next. No.
I had a situation recently where like someone said something to me, and it was just in a tone I didn't like. And my default before would have been to address it like, excuse me. But as it happened, it was like an out of body experience, and I was watching it, and I was like,
check yourself.
Watching like, okay, I can see what I'm feeling. If I respond in that moment, it will come from that feeling. It's gonna have a certain energy to it. And then I could see where that's gonna go, and do you know what I mean? And I just when I analysed it, it was like, it's not even productive. And then after that, I think the person almost caught themselves because then they sort of self-corrected. And I realised it's so much more powerful to be in control of what you do, and how powerful doing nothing is sometimes, saying nothing. It's something you talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And I know you've influenced me on that.
Love it.
It's so powerful when someone says something and you just pause, like you said, just pause, let it hang in the air, look at them.
Well, sometimes talking takes energy.
That too.
You know, just talking, like, you can talk and just feel drained afterwards.
This is what I mean. I know what would have happened if I'd have gone there. Then like,
I'm good. It has been said before that being quiet extends your life. It's weird. In a weird way. There's, like I said, there's a conservation of energy.
makes sense to me.
Because you're talking and there's a lot of energy going. No, sometimes not talking works. Yeah. So, it is what it is. Sometimes not talking works. Any questions? Anything else?
What time?
It's alright. We're good to go. Anything else?
We could do what are the other two now? Complacency and boundaries and values. You want to do another topic?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
All my gems in one day. You're not paying me enough for this.
That's what I thought you were asking me. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'll leave it there, man. That's plenty of things. We'll do one topic at a time, maybe. Because there's enough that comes off of those topics anyway.
Throw.
Alvin, hope you enjoyed this. Shout out for the question.
Yeah, nice one, Alvin. All right, like we always say, it's been emotional. Peace.